Hey, how are you? My name is Ben, and I'm a movie buff. Yesterday, I was reading an article about one of the last remaining Blockbuster stores in the US, and it kind of got me thinking about a video rental store that I grew up with when I was living at home with my parents. The name of that store is Videoflix. Now, Videoflix, unfortunately, is not in business anymore. It closed down last fall, I think, and I thought it'd be really cool to do a tribute video where I get to talk about all of my favorite memories that happen at this store. And you might think, well, what's there to say about a video rental store? Well, from the perspective of a movie buff, there's lots to say. So let's do this. So one of my favorite memories at Videoflix was sometime 10 or 11 years ago. I think it was on the 21st or 22nd of December. We were a few days away from Christmas. For some strange reason, I had a craving to watch horror movies. I guess I wasn't feeling much Christmas spirit, which is really weird. And I thought to myself, I want to watch some horror movies over the next day or so. And I did just that. So my mom and I drive to the mall. She went to go do some grocery shopping, and I told her I was going to rent some movies. And I bet you she had no idea that I was going to rent movies like The Exorcist, Friday the 13th, and Misery. So those were 3 horror films that I'd never seen up until that point. And I get 3 of them. I'm like, yeah, this will be a good horror stack. And I'll never forget going up to the counter and kind of explaining to the lady who's working there, because I had a feeling that she was probably judging me, wondering, like, what the heck is this a few days before Christmas? And I kind of defended myself, of course, and I said, yeah, just getting a strange craving to watch some horror movies, but before Christmas, go figure. And I just remember her going, like, It was so funny. It was just such a polite, but you could tell she was just wondering, like, this is weird, but who am I to argue with a paying customer here at the store? And, you know, I really like The Exorcist. I really like Misery. Friday the 13th is okay. One of my other favorite memories was renting the James Bond movies from Videoflix. Back in November of 2006, I went to go see this movie with a friend of mine called Casino Royale. And I had never seen a Bond movie up until that point. So Casino Royale was the first Bond movie that I'd ever seen. I remember going to the movie, watching the movie, and when the movie was done, I was floored. I was so blown away, and I was so amazed by what I'd seen that I thought to myself, I need to see every James Bond movie there is. I don't care how many there are, but I'm going to see all of them. Because back in that day, like, we had slow internet and we didn't have that much internet, so I couldn't just digitally stream them or buy them on YouTube or anything like that. So what I would do is I would go to the Videoflix store, and I think Videoflix had 15 Bond movies, 15 out of like the 19 or 20 that were out at that time. I think that's how many were out. And I would go there, and they had this deal where you could get 5 movies for a week and pay like $12. So I thought, yeah, I'll do that. So it was so exciting. It was like doing fun homework. I'd get 5 Bond movies. I guess I kind of watched them in order that they were released. So I'd start with, you know, the Sean Connery, and then the Roger Moore, and then the Roger Moore, and the Timothy Dalton, and then the Pierce Brosnan, right? It was so much fun. I was basically, over the next 3 weeks, I had rented all those Bond movies, and I was basically watching a Bond movie every day to get caught up. And it was so cool to kind of see, you know, what the Bond films were like from the 60s and 70s and 80s, and how they got more serious, and then how they got more campy with Pierce Brosnan in a way, especially in Die Another Day, and watching all of that, and then knowing that all led up to Casino Royale. And the last memory that I'd like to bring up is one that still makes me laugh today. So my cousins and a few of my brothers and I, we all drove down to the Videoflix to find a movie to watch that evening. It was a 40-minute process, right, of everyone kind of grabbing movies they liked, and, you know, what do you think of this? Do you like this? Oh, you don't like horror movies? Well, I guess that rules this out, and blah, blah, blah. And we'd keep on looking for movies, and a few minutes after we got to the store, one of my cousins came up to me and showed me the cover of this movie called Run, Fat Boy, Run. And I remember looking at it and seeing that, oh, it was a comedy and it has Simon Pegg. And I thought, oh, maybe we'll see. We'll keep on looking around. So we kept on looking around, and then I'd look at the cover of Run, Fat Boy, Run again, and then we'd keep on looking and looking, and then we finally decided, let's go with Run, Fat Boy, Run. So I go to the counter, I pay for the movie, and we get out of the store, and I look at the cover of Run, Fat Boy, Run again. For some reason, I missed kind of an important part. I'm sure you guys can guess what it is. I saw Simon Pegg, and I saw everything else in the poster, but I failed to see that on his jersey, on his shirt, it says National Erectile Dysfunction Awareness. And when I saw that, I laughed so hard. I could not believe that me being such a visual guy and like noticing details and this and that I missed the words that say National Erectile Dysfunction Awareness. It made me laugh so hard, and it still makes me laugh to this day. So those are all the memories I have to share with you guys about VideoFlix. VideoFlix means a lot to me. It's sad to see it go, but I'm glad that I supported it for all the years that I did. As comfortable as it is to be on your own couch and digitally streaming movies off of your TV or computer, it just can't match the same experience, the same atmosphere of walking into a video rental store and seeing all of these movies out on shelves and seeing a movie playing behind the person working at the store. So I'm going to miss it, but I'm glad I got to spend as much time as I did at that store renting and watching movies. And I also wanted to give you guys an important update that in the next few weeks I'm most likely going to be traveling for work. So that being the case, there might be a pretty long waiting period before my next Ben the Movie Buff video comes out. And I just want to make it clear to you guys that it's not because I'm giving up on the channel. It's just because I'm going to be busy with work. But I'm going to keep this channel going. It just might take a while before the next video comes out, but I still have so many other fun ideas of videos that I'd like to do and other guest stars I'd like to bring on this show to keep things going. So I thank you for your understanding and patience in that. And as always, please like, comment, and share this video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. So I'm going to go like this. Okay, get his pop.
Ben, how far do you think his paw stretches, dude?